Hi everyone, so today I want to make a follow-up video on my iMT manual transmission on my 2021 Toyota Corolla Hatchback SE. So I made a video on the iMT around 6 months ago when I have the car for around a week, so I think it's time to make a update video or my final video on this iMT, because I think that one maybe is not quite fair to make an opinion about it because I only had the car for a week at that time, but this time I have the car for over 6 months, so I can finally give a more fair judgment to this. So anyway, as you all know, that this Toyota Corolla manual has a iMT function over here. So the iMT is an intelligent manual transmission that will, if you press it, it will do the automatic rev match when you downshift. So I already talked about that in my previous video, but in that video I told you that I was using it every single time when I drive this car. But actually right now, I mean, soon after that video, I stopped using it completely. I'm not using it anymore. But of course, the first reason of that is because every time I turn on the car, you have to press this button every single time in order to activate it. So it's kind of annoying. And sometimes, if I'm in a hurry or whatever, I always forget to press it. So that's why I just stopped using it completely. It's not very worth it. And the second reason, because this car is not a sports car, obviously. It's not even a hot hatch or quick car. So there's not much reason to use the iMT for daily driving from A to B, especially if you're driving in a city. There's not much reason to use the iMT, especially if you to press it every single time. Very annoying. So that's why I stopped using it completely. And the thing is, if you rely too much on the iMT and if you downshift using the iMT, then let's say you get used to it already, but then the next time if you forget to press this button and you thought you're in iMT, then the car will jerk quite, it's jerk quite a lot. We jerk a lot if you downshift regularly without using the iMT. So that's one thing, that's one of the bad thing. If you get used to the iMT and suddenly you forget to press the iMT button, you will get the jerkiness, and it probably will damage your car, if you do it quite often without the, because you thought you were in iMT, so you just, when you downshift, you just release the clutch quickly, and in fact your car is not in iMT. So definitely the RPM will drop, sudden drop in RPM or increase, because since you downshift, so your RPM will increase. Let's say you're driving in 6th gear and you downshift to 4th or 3rd, and you forget to press the iMT button, then maybe you're in 3000 RPM or 2000 RPM, then it will increase to maybe 4000 RPM. And since you forget you're in iMT, you just release the clutch quickly and it will jerk a lot, quite a bit, and probably damage the car in the long run. So that's why I just stopped using it altogether, because there's a few times that I forget that I'm not in iMT. I forget to press the button and I thought I was, so I downshift, thought I'm in iMT, so just jerk. So quite annoying. If Toyota can fix this problem, not to press it every single time, if you just do it in a setting, then probably I will use it more often. And then another thing is that if you have more than one manual car, or if you drive another manual car that doesn't have iMT, then again you're gonna have a lot of jerk and damage, unpleasant, shifting if you get used to iMT. So that's why I'm not using it anymore. It's just annoying. And then the second thing I want to mention is that the stall prevention in the iMT, they said it has this stall prevention if you press it. But in my car, it doesn't work. At least it doesn't work very well. Every time, if I use the iMT and I start the car not using the gas, it will likely to stall. And some people or some reviewers, when they test out the stall prevention, or at least what they said is that if you have the IMT on, your car will apply the gas automatically even if you don't apply the gas, so it will prevent you from stalling. But in my car, it doesn't work. I don't know why. Maybe I did it wrong or whatever. I still have to drive normally. If I release the clutch quickly, it will definitely stall, and if it's on a hill, then even more so. So the stall prevention, it doesn't work on me. I don't know why. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. So a little bit disappointed again. And then, well, one more thing I want to mention is that the car, if I approach, let's say, a stoplight, if it's red and I have to slow down to maybe around 5 miles per hour or less, and then suddenly if the light turns green, and of course you have to shift it back to first gear, and then the car want to stall. I don't know why. The RPM will drop significantly. Maybe, of course, you don't want it to drop too low, otherwise your car will stall. But it happens in this car when you slow down to almost a stop, and if you want to start going again, you have to apply quite a bit of gas, maybe around 3000 rpm or more, to prevent it from stalling. In my previous other cars, there's no such problem. I can just keep going without even applying any gas, as long as your car is not stopped completely. But that's one of the problems. That's why I hate slowing down almost to a stop and suddenly the light turns green again. I hate that situation. Your car either stall or you have to apply a lot of gas. If your car, if I stop completely, then there's no such issue. I can just start normally. Or if I drive more than five, if the car is traveling at more than 5 miles per hour, there's no such issue. It won't stall. But yeah, I hate it when when I travel less than 5 miles per hour and I have to get going again. It's quite annoying. I don't know. And then the clutch, of course, I mentioned it already last time. The hookup point, the catch-up point is at the very end of the throttle, so it's quite, it's not a perfect clutch. If you definitely the Master 3 has a better manual transmission, um, and it will take some time for you to adjust to this car. So anyway, and although it looks pretty long, but not a big deal for me. But so far, yeah, the IMT is a little bit disappointing, of course. But anyway, this is my update video on the IMT. I don't use it anymore, and I don't have a very positive feedback on it. I think it would be better suited if this is a sports car, and this is not a sports car. And it's interesting because this is the only compact car, non-sport car, that it has this auto ref match function. I don't think any other non-sports car has it, so it's an interesting combination. But if I can get it, I mean, if I can choose, I probably pick not to have the IMT and maybe lower the price a little bit. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So anyway, this is my 6-month update on the IMT. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.